Hello guys, NautoAisDx here, and this will be a response to 8-Bit Eric on GameStop and their gutted game sale. So I did talk about this before, about to some extent, the majority of people don't like it when GameStop are selling new game without the plastic and being touched by human hands. And they say, oh, it's new, so we have to sell it for you for full price. And of course, the gist of it is optimize profit. Like, it is what it is. To some extent, the higher-ups, they're not going to give a shit about it. And I did talk about it before that Reggie did propose to GameStop that why not have a display copy, a display print, and put it there. And for the less popular game, just ask the GameStop employee. But I guess it seemed that really do anything. They didn't do it. And of course, if you heard by now, Reggie left GameStop as a board of directors. So he's not even working with GameStop anymore. He gave him a chance. He gave him some hints, and they just said, yeah, whatever. So it is what it is. What can you do about it there? So the response is that because 8-Bit Eric bought TMNT the Cowabunga Collection for $40, that's the full price, but you get 13 classic TMNT games from Konami. And he was looking for other places at Walmart and other places, from what I understand. Unfortunately, they did not have it. So apparently this game is selling fast. Because the funny part is that yesterday, Monday, I went to my local Best Buy. Yeah, and I saw people already on the pickup section putting it on hold, the Cowabunga Collector Edition. I'm like, wow. So yeah, I'm also going to buy only the regular one. I'm going to buy it for the PS5 because I like my trophies. So anyway, what happened with 8-Bit Eric was when he bought the game, they gave him a sealed slip plastic, and he bought it for full price. And that is a gutted game. That is not a new game. It is not new. Yes, it's going to be a potato situation, but the majority of consumer will tell a GameStop employee that, did you touch it with your finger? Did you open it? Did you touch the disc, the manual, etc., etc., etc.? Then no, it's not considered new. There's a reason why there's a plastic wrap around it. So the point is, so it's sealed so people don't touch it. But of course, GameStop will be GameStop. And because they've been told by higher-ups that, no, as long as it's never been played, never been used, it's considered new. A loophole and subjective situation, but it is what it is there. And for a lot of people wondering, why do GameStop do this? They've been doing this since, heck, even in the 90s, even the early 90s, they've been doing this. They call it a display copy. And what it is that they're going to open one game and they're going to put it on the shelf. The idea behind it is for the consumer to look at the game for what it is. You might say, well, why not just put the game itself and just seal it and let them look at it? Well, security reason. What if someone's trying to steal it? And at the time is there's no way to basically prevent that. So that's the reason why they're doing that. Problem sometimes here is that, and 8-Bit Eric kind of mentioned it, is that why don't you give a gutted discount? Believe it or not, and I said it before, there is such thing, a gutted discount. The problem is, there was an article I read a long time ago, a former GameStop manager said they've been encouraged, i.e. required, not tell their employees that they have a gutted discount. There is such thing, it exists, but they don't want to use it. And for obvious reason why. Because again, if you do it, then they're going to make less profit. What does GameStop need to do as of right now? Because they suck. They got to make profit for whatever means necessary. And one of the thing is to convince consumer or the general consumer that, this is new. And believe me, because I'm very into the gaming industry and the business, I'm not going to lie. Every time someone argues me with that gutted bullshit, I do get agitated. And I know in the perspective of a GameStop employee, they do get agitated because, A, yes, they are trying to do their job. Yes, they are just trying to make a living. I get that. I know friends and people who work at GameStop that they have high integrity. Yeah, they get it. And for me, luckily, one of my local GameStop, I have an employee that basically have high integrity. Like, this person's being fair to the T, so that's awesome. But not every employee can do that. Not every GameStop manager can do that because, again, what does the higher up always tell them to do? Maximize profit by means of necessary. To some extent, that's what it is. Yes, it sucks, but again, it's all about business. That's how we go. That's the 101 there. The end of the day is It's up to you whether you want to get it or not. If it's got it, just say, hey, do you have a sealed copy? And if they don't, just don't buy it. And if a GameStop employee kind of gives you problems to some extent, even it's understandable why, just report it to the corporate. I mean, it sucks. It's a catch-22. But the problem is, again, is who's right and who's wrong there. Just saying. So, yeah. So the recap is, it is unfortunate what happened with 8-Bit Eric. Not a big deal to some extent. Yes, again, it's a subjective situation. But he bought the game at MSRP of $40. They did not even give him a gutted discount, which is they should. But like I said, it depends who the employee is. Most of the time is they do encourage him not to mention. That's why there have been situations when I say, can I get a gutted discount? And then they'll say, what's that? I never heard of it. Are you serious? And I try to explain to them, say, who told you? Yeah, what's an employee? And I'm like, mother, what the hell? And then that's why I found out that, yes, most GameStop managers are encouraged to not tell them. So they can be like, unfortunately, be an idiot. Say, oh, what's this? I never heard of this. Because if you don't tell them, they're not lying. And ignorance, sometimes, you can get away with that. It sucks, but it is what it is there. So, yeah, it is unfortunate that GameStop as a brand still do this, because there'll be another story for me, but it's not so much of a gutted game, but it was more of, I ordered something and they gave me something different, and then when I told a customer service about it, they even gave me shit about it, believe it or not. So, I mean, I got my money back, but that'll be a different story there. So anyway, that's my response to 8-Bit Eric about gutted game on GameStop. Yes, it sucks that it still exists, and yes, it's kind of sad that they gotta do what they gotta do. I mean, it's up to you, your decision, whether to accept the gutted game or not. So with that, I'll see you guys later.